Hey folks, we are back with another episode of Three Men and an Anime. Huzzah!
Hello.
Hello.
I am joined as usual by my good friends Eric and Gav. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
It's late.
It is. We got started a bit late tonight because, we have people over for dinner tonight. So,
People have social lives.
yeah.
I am not one of those people.
So, at any rate, this week we're covering my most recent series selection. A show with quite possibly one of the most absurd titles we've covered. For lo, we
Bullshit
are
title.
covering Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Stupid fucking title.
This is totally one of those light novels that you just scan through on the walls of a bookstore. No.
It really left. I saw the title of this episode on this anime on Crunchyroll, and I literally went, "Oh, for fuck's sake, no!"
Yeah.
and did not watch it. And then somebody on YouTube, I forget who, said, "No, this is a good show. You should watch it." And I'm like, okay. They
Well, how
are
long
rarely
does it-
wrong about the shows when they're this passionate. I'll give it a shot. The fuck?
Yeah. So how long till this one descends into random slice of life harem?
Yeah, it turns out that it doesn't.
It doesn't. No.
There's the random, there's the slice of life, and then it misses that last part. And adds in large amounts of interesting character study. And actually believable people.
Yes.
And, like, actual relationships. And what happened? How did this happen?
Well,
How
you
does
got
it have such a stupid fucking name and be this good?
Because it was originally a light novel, Eric.
Yeah, so we might be spoiling the ending here, but yeah, it's like when you've got a story this good, don't try and stealth it into the mainstream media. Tell people, give them a reason, give them something that like makes them want to watch, not turn them off.
Well, again, as I said, it's literally an adaptation of a light novel, and this is how light novels get titled. So
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, some of the shows that we are well aware of that have snappy, short, cool-sounding titles and are absolute trash water.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Okay, before we go too far into this, we're not going to go. We're going to. Okay, I can sum up the plot. Will be fairly short to sum up because it is not a complicated show in terms of plot per se. And we'll get to that in a second. But it is a story about kids in high school dealing with social issues, dealing with interpersonal relationships.
If you are studying psychology at this moment in time, watch the show.
I don't know about that. My understanding is that every time you run into someone with actual like clinical knowledge about these things, just ends up beating their skull against the wall.
Yeah, a little bit more than likely, but still.
But it is
the reason I say that is just because if you're an anime fan, and I said this as we were watching it, Japanese culture in general, from what I understand, has a real like take two steps back and observe it from a distance when it comes to any sort of I don't want to go full on mental health kind of situations, but some of these do.
There is one character in this show in the show who has a legitimate mental health issue, and they treat the character with surprising amounts of respect. And
Yes,
given how most other anime of that deal with that, most other Japanese media, from what I understand, honestly.
Yeah, they don't say she's possessed by demons or is secretly an alien or any number of hokey pokey curse legends or anything like that. It's mental health issue.
Yeah. So, all right. But long story short, this is a show with a stupid title that all three of us absolutely were charmed by and fell in love with.
Yes.
And I think we all highly recommend checking it out. If you want to check it out without being spoiled at all, check out now. Come back and listen to us talk about it afterwards if you want to. Because
this
it is
the cutoff
impossible to
point.
talk about this without spoiling some stuff in it. Like, literally,
Yeah.
there is too much. It is a dense show, which doesn't have a very complicated play. It's about characters, and so yeah. So
yeah, this thing is you're not gonna get some mass epic tale that takes 32 chapters to resolve or anything like that. The plot itself, the story is simple. It's about the characters. It's about the people within the story.
also, it's also only 13 episodes long.
Yes.
So
and even that is split into small, like 4 arcs.
4 mini arcs. Yeah, they're 4 short.
4 mini arcs. So even if you do want to just go and see what this is about, watch the first. I think it's 3 episodes.
First 3 episodes, and that will give you what the show is about.
Yeah, and it's also a self-contained story within itself.
Yeah, it is a 3-episode story, and then it's another 3-episode story, and then it's another 3-episode story, then a 2-episode story, and then another 3-episode story, basically. Something like that. I forget exactly how it's. It's like
it's something like that.
But it's several short little.
Really deserves the 3-episode arc test.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the first episode is good enough that you will get hooked on the first episode. That I did.
Yeah. I think you're probably right, because I was like, I had a similar reaction to Peter. This show has the stupidest fucking name ever. Looks like slice of life light novel bullshit. I am staying the fuck away from this.
And there's not even a giant robot in sight.
There's not a giant robot, a giant monster anywhere in sight. Screw this noise.
Yeah, and then I started watching it, and I started telling Eric, you have to watch the show, you have to watch the show, you have to watch the show. And Eric was like,
and I'm like, okay, it's on the. I'll put it on the list purely on your recommendation, despite my better judgment.
And then I decided, fuck it, we're doing it.
If this is another Dragon Maid situation, I'm going to be pissed.
I knew it wasn't Eric, which is why I kept telling you to watch it.
So eventually, it just kept. Honestly, it was on the list, just kept getting pushed.
Oh, I know, and I don't blame you for that.
And because it was a season with giant monsters and.
Oh my God! The season the show came out in, holy crap!
And the best cooking show of 2019. And
yeah, it came out the same season. It came out alongside
Reincarnated as a slime.
Promised Neverland.
SSSS Gridman.
Just After Planet With.
Yeah.
Like, there's just all this stuff that happened in late 2018 that just... My Hero Academia. Just, like, there was so much stuff that came out... Right. So much stuff came out that year that just, like, it was like, this is one of the best shows of that year, of 2018. Like, legitimately, this is, I think, in the top 5 best shows of 2018, period. Like, it's an incredible show.
It's a really good show. It's a really good show, and there is not a giant robot in sight, and it all takes place in fucking high school. And I love this show, and it's my boy. I love it.
It's so good. So okay, we have our main character Sakuta, who is a loner, a high school loner. He has 2 really close friends, and the rest of his class, the rest of the school, basically all ostracize him.
He's a bit of a pariah, otherwise.
Yeah. But he's got 2 really good friends. This guy whose name, like, I just looked it up and I've forgotten it again, because
the whole point behind that guy is he's normal and boring,
and is still his friend.
And is still his friend, and is just a nice dude.
Tomo, yeah. And Futaba, who is the local science geek, she is amazing. Futaba
is amazing.
In any other
just
series,
tell him why you like him. I don't want to hear any kind of logical or solutions right now.
In any other series, Futaba would be the best character in the show.
Yeah.
She is actually third. This is the character Eric and I both go that she is best girl.
Yeah.
She's not best girl. We have Sakuta's he's one of my favorite protagonists I've seen in some time in a show like in any show. Like, he's just he's a complicated guy. He's a good person. He's loyal. He's good to his friends, and he does not put up with any bullshit.
He does not give the least of fucks about the situation.
So yeah, he's basically become sort of ostracized from the rest of the class, and he just he's like, fuck it, I don't care. And his best friend's girlfriend, she comes up to him and basically this is this is literally in the beginning of the first episode. She's like, dude, you're ostracized and such. Just stop hanging out with my boyfriend. He's like, fuck no. He's my best friend. We've known each other forever. We're good friends. Well, you're making him look bad. Wait. You're worried that I'm making him look bad. You're worried that because he looks bad, you're gonna look bad, right? Isn't it? She's like, shut up.
Fuck you, dude. You look constipated. Are you okay? Have you been having enough fiber?
He literally says this at a point. The
Yes.
level of snark that comes out of that boy's mouth. Oh.
He deals with her twice. Where like one of them is like she starts stomping off because he's basically called her out saying, "Are you on your period?" And she has no answer, so walks away. And later on, the same sort of argument starts up, and she goes, why are you so angry? Are you constipated?" And she knows what's coming, so she turns around, slams the door, and walks off. And through the door, she goes, "Are you eating enough dietary fiber?"
He does not like her very much, but he also does not even do anything to try to split his friend up with her. He's like, no,
he's not. Yeah, he's not.
He's
gonna be
very
an
aware
asshole,
that they like each other and they're good for each other. So he's like, fine, I don't have to like her. She doesn't have to like me. That's fine.
The thing about it that gets me though, and I mentioned this a number of times, is it's not just that like it's that sort of attitude like in a lot of shows would define a character.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they would live that. They would be the sarcastic asshole in all situations because that is the way they are, and only drop it in the most serious of serious situations. It's like, no, he's just dealing with someone who's being a dick. He's capable of being a sarky asshole when the situation calls for it. But
there are people he will be snarky with and sarcastic with as a way of being as a form of endearment.
Yeah, and because they give it straight back, and it's the subtlety of the interactions and the actual how real life a lot of the conversations are. It's like there's no over the top animisms as such. It's like it's like you'd see a friend walks around the corner. Oh, hey asshole! Fuck you, asshole! What's going on?
Yeah. So yeah. So I will say one other important note: this show does have a sort of supernatural element to it. It is subtle.
Yeah, that's sort of the.
It's the framing device.
It's the framing device for the character studies. It does.
And it works really well for that, like any good science fiction. Like it's all allegory.
Let's deal with all this shit through the power of metaphor.
It does it really well. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
So basically the show starts off with Sakura reading this, basically waking up to go to school, finding this diary, like, what the fuck is this diary on my desk? Reading through it, realizing it's a thing he's written to himself. And basically, okay, you won't remember any of this, but a few weeks ago we met this wild bunny girl, and he's like, wait, what? And we flash back to him standing in a bookstore, walking around, and seeing this good-looking high school girl wandering around in a Play by Bunny outfit.
Yep.
And wandering around, waving at people in the store, and then not even blinking an eye or not noticing her.
Yep. Looking over their shoulder, reading over their shoulders, like just generally just sitting in front of them while doing something else. Just generally just not being
things that would normally get you noticed.
Super obvious, and no one's noticing.
So Sakura basically sort of sitting there, standing next to her, looks at her, and she's like, "Oh, you can see me." Yeah. Oh, okay. He's like, "Wait, I recognize you. You're like a year ahead of me in school, right? My Sakurajima, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay, yep. You know who I am. Cool." He's like, and he basically introduces himself. She's like, "Yep, okay." Actually, the introduction is one of my favorites because he basically does, "Yeah, my name's Sakuta, as in spelled like this, Asukugawa, said like pronounced like this place." And she's like, "Yeah, okay, my name's Mai Sakurajima. Mai as in my Sakurajima, and Sakurajima as in my Sakurajima." I absolutely love that.
Because it turns out she's actually a celebrity. She's an
actress.
Little bit famous. Yeah.
Actress, commercial model.
Model. Yeah, she does
model,
commercials.
yeah.
She's been in TV shows. She's a model.
She's been in movies. We find out a little, quite famous movies.
Yeah. She's kind of awesome.
She basically imagine like what was her name a few years back? Chloe Grace Moretz, something like that, went to your school as a 16-year-old around about the time of Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Or Natalie Portman.
Imagine going to
after
Harvard when
Piano.
Natalie Portman went there, basically.
Yeah.
Because Natalie Portman decided to take a break from acting just to go to school.
Yeah. Well, Mai didn't, because she...
No, she decided to take a break from acting for very good reasons.
Story about my friend who was bouncing at the time, kicking her out of a bar because she was misbehaving.
Oh, Natalie Portman, yeah. That doesn't surprise me. But yeah, no, Mai got out of acting. Mai is currently on a hiatus from acting for reasons that we find out later, and we are like, oh, when you find out, you're like, yeah, okay. Wow. I don't blame you. You handle it better than I would have.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. Turns out. So basically, Sakata's like can't really forget about it and is utterly smitten by her, basically. Because, she's very good looking and is funny and smart and doesn't take any of his crap.
Fuck. Like, she doesn't take any of his crap. More to the point, she gives it back as good as she gets.
And he's like,
oh
my
God.
Her
response is to give it right back to him.
At which point he realizes, fuck, I think I fall in love with her. Oh, God damn it. Well, all right.
Well, she's out of my league, but no, can't hurt to try.
But he honestly, but the thing you get is that he honestly, when he finds out the problem she's having, he honestly just wants to help. He's not doing this for any reasons other than, no, I want to help. You need help. Yeah. I might be able to help. Therefore, I will help.
Yeah, it's not nice guy syndrome and all. It's like he makes it clear and up front. No, I'm
very attracted
romantically
to you.
Interested in you. I want to do the dirty things. I think he says actually that.
Oh yeah, no, There's a point where she asks him if he's thinking lewd things in lewder than you can imagine. She's like,
but like I say, he's like that ridiculously blunt. He's not trying to. He's not being shy or bashful around like typical anime sort of thing of high school. No, I'm prim and proper. I'm a Japanese schoolboy. It's like no, you don't know what's going through my head.
And the thing is that he has correctly read that she can handle this sort of bluntness.
Yeah, for her part, she answers back. Well, I'm a teenage model and an actress. I'm well used to the idea of immature little boys doing things, thinking of me. And it's like, well,
and he's like,
game on.
All right. But no, he
pretty much says, well, I want to do horrible, unnatural things that will get us thrown in jail with you. My motivations for helping you are in fact pure.
Like, I totally accept that if you don't want anything to do with me as in any way like that, that's fine, but I want to help you anyways. It is nothing the two have nothing to do with each other, and he legitimately means it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is it's so goddamn refreshing to see that. At any rate, so we find out that most people just can't see her. Mai is only visible to basically people in her school currently.
It's not just that they can't see her either. It's
at first it's just they can't see her. Eventually, people start forgetting she exists.
Yeah.
And so he basically, he goes and's like, okay, I want to help. This is outside my realm of expertise. This sounds like puberty syndrome, which is this thing that people have speculated that some high school students under a particular amount of stress have some weird shit happen, or have been having weird shit happening to them. And we find out that this has happened to him and his sister.
Yep. It's an urban legend, except he knows it's not because he's gone through it.
Yes.
But everyone treats it as puberty syndrome. What's next? Bigfoot?
Right. A lot of people treat it that way, but there are a few people who know it's real. But yeah. He and his sister Kaede. As an aside, Kaede is an adorable cinnamon roll, and we all love her.
Yes.
And at very first, you're like, oh god, is she like are they going for the whole Emoto thing? And it's like, no, they really aren't. She's just there's a very good reason why she is somewhat clingy about her big brother, and it's actually a very good and understandable reason.
It's a very good and understandable reason that we don't.
And they get that
later in the series.
They get that right out of the way real quick, though. It's like, he wakes up, he wakes up, and like he's like,
and she's crawled into bed with him.
She's got a habit of crawling into bed with him, and he's like, "Oh, will you get the fuck out? Why do you keep doing this?" And she starts like feeding lines like straight out of a fucking shit, light novel. That would be that kind of thing, and it's like they shit all over that entire fucking side of the anime industry.
Yeah, he's just like,
get excited by their little sister. Come on.
Yeah.
Later on, she actually like,
yeah.
Who would get excited for the listener? Later on, she does something similar. He's like, "No, I want you out of my bed." He says, "Goddamn hot." God damn it. She's very clearly she's got issues. We find out very quickly.
Yeah.
Basically, part of the reason that so he's basically, people at the school don't want to associate with him because of this thing called the hospitalization incident, where he ended up in the hospital and ended up with these scars on his chest, and rumors got started getting spread that he hurt a bunch of other students, and he got hurt in the process. And as he points out later, and as Mai points out later, it's like, wait, if you'd put other students in the hospital and say, why would they let you back in the school? And he's like, I know.
My reaction was that, wow, Japan really is a different country, because all I can think is if there was rumors going around, they put a bunch of other kids in the hospital, then he would be the coolest kid in school. America's a strange place.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah, but at any rate, so yeah, they But again, it's like, you put a bunch of fellow students in school. Who? In the hospital? Do we know who? No. Why would they let him into school here?
Has anyone here said that they were put into hospital?
Well, the new high school is a different high school. They'd moved.
Oh, okay, right.
Now, we found out that this was tied into the incident that happened to his sister. This is all during the first little mini arc with Mai.
Right.
This is why we're going into a bit of detail here. His sister, basically, one of the big sort of ongoing themes of this show is sort of the atmosphere of the society that people live in, and how oppressive it can be, and how social expectations can really, really hurt people. It's sort of inappropriate social. So
when going with the flow goes bad, kind of deal.
Right, exactly. And when going with
when not rocking the boat, that kind of deal.
When rocking the boat, when bad things happen, people who do rock the boat in innocent ways and don't deserve anything resembling what they get, like poor Kaede, like Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah, like Kaede, basically, she was a fairly typical middle schooler, on her smartphone with her friends in conversations, missed a couple of important chat messages, and all the class basically turned on her like rabid wolverines and started bullying her over the smartphone, which triggered puberty syndrome, and she started basically, for every nasty message, started getting like inflicted like little cuts on her that would bleed just out of nowhere.
Like literal sympathetic damage for every insult that was given.
Yeah, and we're not just like talking like minor insults. Like there was stuff like people like you should just go die. It's like, dude, she's like 10. What the fuck?
Well, they make a point that like insults like that are actually fairly casual. I mean, why don't you just go die is a very common insult that they all the students at the current high school throw around like really casually.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing, and it's just like wow, that's fucked up. Especially like with So Kaede, basically, she can't handle dealing with smartphones anymore. Like, and she doesn't want to go out anymore.
She ends up with some pretty textbook agoraphobia. Like, she can't handle new people. She won't go outside. She can just barely handle the television, but like actually using the phone or the internet or anything is just right up the window.
She doesn't want to see pictures. She doesn't want to see the news. She doesn't want to see people online on the TV. She wants to watch pandas.
Yeah, there's one bit where Mai's visiting and her cell phone rings, and poor Kaede friggin' like jumps out of her skin and has a look of terror. And Mai instantly goes, "I'm leaving." Sorry, I'm leaving.
My goddamn Mai is so good
Yeah.
with Kaede. Jesus. That's the thing is like you as you're going through Mai seems like she's like she's the haughty ice princess and no she really isn't. She's
No.
she doesn't have a lot of friends because she's new to the school and couldn't fit in because she got into school. She had to start late because of work.
She's a child celebrity. She keeps everyone at a distance because she's got to be careful.
She's not even trying to keep them at a distance though at school at this point where she's on hiatus.
Yeah.
She got left out of the initial forming of sort of cliques at the beginning of school year because she was started a couple months late.
Yep.
So and then everyone said, well, it's Mai Sakurajima. She's famous. She doesn't want to be in our social groups. And Mai's like, no, I would like to be friends. I like friends. Friends are good. Anyone?
Yeah, there's a lot of like, she didn't end up in cliques because she started late, so everyone assumes she's not in cliques because she doesn't want to be. So they're like, well, clearly she doesn't want to be pestered, so we should just leave her alone. And she's like, but I don't mind interacting with other people. Clearly they don't want to interact with me, so I guess I won't initiate anything. And you end up with sort of a vicious cycle that way.
Yeah.
And one of the things
exactly what ended up happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the reason but anyways, so Sakata basically, this is all how he introduced. She gets to know Kaede and such, but he basically brings her back to her place to basically prove to her that puberty syndrome exists. He like shows her his scars, which are kind of horrifying, on his chest. He's got these 3 like almost like bear claw scars on his chest.
Yeah, it looks like he got mauled by a bear.
And she gets to meet Kaede, and dear God, she is so sweet to Kaede. I mean, I don't blame her. Kaede is, as I said, is one of the most pure and innocent cinnamon rolls I've ever seen. Like, people, if you don't like Kaede, you are wrong and a terrible person. I'm sorry. At any rate, so Sakata basically goes to Futaba and is like, okay, Futaba, you are literally the smartest person I know anywhere. I know this is outside your realm of expertise. Here's the situation. And he basically starts talking about puberty syndrome. She's like, oh God, this puberty syndrome bullshit again. Okay, look, dude. And she's like, no, just look at it from a theoretical standpoint. She's like, okay, I'm down with this. Sure. And he basically gets her to go through a thing, and she's like, oh, okay. Well, here's one way we could look at this using theoretical physics.
Theoretical what now?
Sakata actually handles it well because Sakata's actually a fairly smart guy.
Sakata's a smart guy. He just had zero grounding for this. So she has to. Okay, this is a really basic version of what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, I see exactly what you're talking about now. Okay, I have a point of reference. Thank you.
Yeah, she basically does a very simplified version of Schrodinger's cat to explain it to him. And he's like, okay, I think I see.
Cat Schrodinger's cat and basic quantum physics observation stuff.
And he's like, okay, this is above me, but you are very good at explaining this shit in a basic manner. Thank you. Thank you, Futaba. You are awesome. So at any rate, we find out, like, basically, so she explains some ideas to him. He uses those to formulate a possible situation with Mai. And he's like, okay, Mai, I think the whole reason people are stopping sort of seeing you is because something led to you not wanting people to notice you. Is there something like that might have happened? And she's like, yeah. Have I told you why I stopped acting? No. Do tell. So yeah, her previous manager was her mother, and her mother, wow, what a bitch.
Mom's
no.
That's a theme in this.
No. Mai doesn't tell him. He actually finds out from a reporter that he knows.
Right.
Who basically gave him the info based on he basically's like, okay. He basically refused to let her take photos of his injuries because she was doing reporting on puberty syndrome, and he finally agreed.
Yeah, so, there was a bit of quid pro quo there.
Quid pro quo.
And he's like, yeah, where she's like, okay, I'll give you I'll see what I can dig up, but I need to get photographs of the scars in your chest. He's like, all right, fine, that is reasonable.
You can do that as long as you leave my sister the fuck alone. She's like, no problem.
Wasn't interested in going after her anyway. She seems to be a damaged agoraphobic. Not touching that with a 9-foot pole.
No, because this reporter's not a terrible person.
Yeah.
She is fully aware, like, yeah, no. Your sister deserves to be left alone. I am fully aware of this. But, so, yeah, basically, Mai's mom was her manager, and there was a potential gig for Mai that involved modeling in a 2-piece swimsuit, and Mai was like, yeah, no, don't want to do that. I'm too young.
Well, I'm quite underage. This is not cool.
And Mai's mom just set her up for it anyways. And then when she got there and saw the swimsuit, she wanted to back out. And yeah, no, it would have been breaking contract. And
that would have been a breach of contract and blacklisting
and
and
so her
all
mom
that other
basically
shit.
browbeat her into doing it. And Mai's after taking it and feeling remarkably gross and icky, because apparently the director was a bit of a sleaze also. She was like, yeah, no, I'm done. Bye, Mom. I quit. Wait, you can't. I have lots of money that is in my name. I'm just going to bugger off. I'm leaving. I'm going to go to high school and beg for my own apartment. Fuck you, Mom. I'm done acting. And Sakata's like, okay, and I think I know where the stress point is, and it's not just the whole situation with your mom. It's that you actually really want it. You miss acting, don't you? And Mai's like, no, I don't. And he's like, uh-huh.
I totally did not miss the. I totally did not miss the awesome high of getting into another skin and acting out as a character, and then seeing the work, the fruits of that labor up on screen. That's just no. Why would anyone want that awesomeness?
Just to preface that as well, Mai is also one of those sickeningly annoying people that are good at anything they do.
Oh my god, she is one of the most. She is literally the only thing. The only person who really can beat her at anything that I can think of in the show is Futaba at basically being better at science stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mai is is smart, dedicated, a hard worker, and immensely talented at acting, dancing, singing. She can do.
She's got a gigantic pile of just raw talent that fell off a truck destined for someone else.
Also, it's like she, and also she's also a very nice person. It turns out, and very patient and understanding, and is capable of seeing past levels of bullshit with some people to see whether they're actually worth dealing with or not. Mai's amazing. Yeah, Mai's one of those characters that if she wasn't actually likable, you'd hate her.
Yeah.
But she's actually likable, so you're kind of like, there's everything. You should be hateable, but you're not because you're just too. Okay, fine.
You're too good at being witty too. God damn it!
David, you're witty also. What the hell? You're funny. Why are you funny on top of everything? Ah. No, we all. She is a treat of a character. She's a lot of fun.
Mai is literally, and we had this discussion at the end. Mai may very well be best girl of all best girls.
She may have unseated Dio.
Yeah, like female protagonists in anime, there's a list of like the truly great ones. I think Mai's actually up there with like Hollow and a few others.
Yeah.
Like Mai's amazing. She's just a really good character. Just all around. She's wonderful. So anyways, long story short, Sakata and Mai actually manage to Sakata helps Mai get through the thing, and he's like working on trying to figure out how to fix things when he realized that people are forgetting she exists. And then he and Futaba realize, oh fuck, it happens when they fall asleep and they can't observe her anymore. Hence the Schrodinger's cat bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he realizes that it's probably going to happen that if he falls asleep, he'll forget about her too. So he's like, fuck. Okay. Right. Time to not sleep anymore for a while. We're at exams, so it's a good. I've got an excuse that I'm going to need to cram for exams. So, right. Also, I'm going to leave myself this notebook filled with information about this, so that if I do fall asleep and forget about her, I'll have something to remind me about her. And so he basically is doing this, basically keeping himself awake like for multiple days at this point. Mai figures out what's going on and agrees to help tutor him because, she's a year ahead of him and is wicked smart and a good teacher because, of course, she is. And she slips him sleeping pills while he's doing this because she realizes that he's literally killing himself.
And it doesn't go quite the giant pile of speed and cocaine route, but I think it's mostly because he doesn't have the connections.
No, it's caffeine and
he's on a basically a mainline drip of 5 hour energy.
Basically.
Yeah, it's basically like let's brew some espresso, only instead of water, let's use Red Bull. Which I've done. It's vile, but wow, it'll keep you awake.
You daft bastard. That's a terrible idea. At any rate, so yeah, she basically gives him sleeping pills to basically let him sleep. And she's like, because Mai cares too much about him to let him basically destroy himself for her. Because the thing is that they both find that they've actually fallen for each other during all of this.
Yeah. They've clearly fallen for one another at this point. They've come to the realization. They have just about gotten to the point where they can actually admit it without being sarcastic assholes.
Yep. But she's like, yep, nope, you're gonna go to sleep, and it's like because he basically promised he will be the one person to not forget about her, and she knows that because he's explained this to her, she's like, yeah, okay, I understand this. Oh God, he's gonna fall asleep and forget. This sucks. But I can't let him do this to himself. No.
Because he'll end up dead, and then he'll be dead, and he'll still be forgotten. So that doesn't help.
He will wear himself completely out doing this. He will either die or drive himself mad. No.
So sooner or later, he's going to sleep whether he wants it or not. So there's no point putting him through all this.
Right. And so he wakes up, having forgotten about her, finds the book, starts reading it. And the really cruel touch in this is that as you're reading the book, he can't see her name.
Yeah. It looks like it's just been erased by a shitty eraser. You know the type, the kind that move the graphite around and don't actually get rid of it.
He actually thinks it's like some sort of fill in your own adventure, like you're supposed to find. I'm supposed to find who this is and then find out their name or something.
It's just like, that's just By the way, the show does this a lot, where you think the show is being sort of a bit being sad and heavy, that it kicks you in the gut. It's like, come on, oh. But he eventually, as he's going through the day, he actually does remember. He actually managed to remember her for, I forget what it was.
Futaba hands him a note. It's like, this is in my physics book. It says just to give it to you and signed by me. So I have no idea what's about, but here you go.
Right, and that's the first bit of it. And as he's doing the test on the Japanese language test, and he sees little bits in her that reminds him of the things she was teaching him. He's like, I remember somebody teaching me this particular
Yeah, and as he's looking at the words, he can remember the lesson where she was running along the line with her finger.
Yeah,
he can remember he's like,
that's not. He's having the memory. He's like, who's that girl's finger? That's holy shit! It's Mai. How did I forget Mai?
And he's like, okay, how the fuck do I save Mai now? I remember her now, but what do I do? I have to make it so nobody can forget her. How do I do that?
It's not so much so no one forgets her. It basically needs to make everyone aware of her.
Yes, but makes everyone he needs to make everyone aware of her and imprint her in the school's consciousness.
Yes.
And he's like, I know. I'm already a social pariah, so fuck it. So he runs outside and bellows to the school that he's in love with Mai and wants her to go out with him. And he doesn't care if she says no, he has to get off his chest. He's just going to shout that he loves her over and over and over again.
Yeah, top of his voice. Like everyone's come to the window staring. He's like he knows he's got like maybe 2 minutes until somebody drags him off to the principal's office.
And you can see him blowing his voice out. The voice actor does a great job with that, honestly.
Yes.
And everyone's reaction, and the people's reaction is he seriously doing say anything? He's doing say anything.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, you can see them sort of going, who's he screaming about? My sucker? Oh, right, yeah, her. Like, yeah, right, yeah, right. She would possibly respond to that loser.
Yeah.
And she walks out and she's like, dude. Seriously?
This was your plan?
Also, she's like, didn't you, like, notice me in the train? And he's like, no.
Well, there was one little bit where...
Dude, this is your plan. Also, smacks him. You fucking forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best part is that he's like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there is one bit where he flinches on the train. And he's like, he swears there's somebody staring at him, but he can't see who it is.
Yeah. It turns out that Mai had actually kissed him.
Yeah. She confesses to him, saying, a little bit later on, she confesses saying, and after you stole my first kiss as well. He's like, wait, what? Well, yeah, it was the only thing I could think of to try and get you to remember me, and it didn't work.
He's like, but I don't.
And no, it's about his first reaction is, well, can we do it again?
He's like, maybe later.
Well, not when you ask like that. Come on.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. Yes. But she also said, like, okay, like, he's like, well, will you go out with me? She's like, okay, I can't actually say yes right now. It'll just feel like you bulldozed me. He's like, well, she's asked me in a month. He's like, can I ask you every day up till then? Yeah, sure, whatever, fine. I don't mind.
I think you're gonna have to ask me every day, because if you just give up and not ask me, then clearly you're not really into it. Well, I'm obviously into it, so I'll ask you every day.
Best part is that when it does come up a month later, she's like, and he asks her, and she's like, it sort of lost its impact after a month. And he's like, God damn it! So that's the first arc. And so
his reaction to the like, God damn it! Well, I guess I'll try someone else then. She's like, I didn't say no.
Yeah.
She's like, dude, I'm gonna say yes.
The amount of just trolling between the two is absolutely glorious.
They are a delight to listen talk to each other.
They're absolutely adorable. It's great.
The best part is you can tell that they give each other crap, and you can it's abundantly clear for both of them that it is entirely out of affection.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And they know that each other respond well to this.
Glorious bit where they're sitting there having lunch with each other in the schoolroom, and he's like, so when do I get to kiss you? Well, I'll determine that. So when I figure it out. So can it be now? Fine. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, and oh my God, what's that? And he looks out the window and he kisses her, and she kisses him. It's adorable and hilarious.
He's like, but okay, I'm down.
Well, he complains at first because it was only on the cheek.
Yeah.
The first time she tries,
he goes, that was on the cheek? Seriously?
Yeah. The first time he does it, she pushes like a bun into his mouth or something.
Yeah.
Oh, they are adorable together.
They're adorable together. They're super sweet and hilarious, and they're great.
It becomes abundantly clear that, like, yeah, they clearly have a very good relationship. Like, she likes his sister. It's like, and there's a very sweet part about, like, how, Kaede really wants to get better about things so that she's not a burden on Sakata, so that he actually can, like, get married at some point in the future.
The line she says is something like that. She's basically saying, Big Brother can't. She refers to herself in the third person a lot, by the way. She's Big Brother can't move out and get married and have a wife with Kaede, hanging around the home. I need to be more independent and be able to go outside. And jokingly.
He's like, I'm pretty sure Mai wouldn't mind. Mai? Yeah, I'm fine with it.
She's like, yeah, no. Mai's like, I'm totally fine with that. It's very abundant. She's like, yes. If we do get the one where it's that serious, and it very well might. You get the very abundant clear that it probably will. But like, she's like, yeah, of course I'd be fine with that. I mean, it'd be great if you're more independent, so you go out to do that for yourself.
Yeah.
And like you could just seriously kind of like, oh my god, yay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Kaede gets to know some various of Sakuta's friends over the course of the show, and they all just are like, yeah, Kaide's adorable, and of course we like Kaede. I mean, duh.
Amusingly, all of the friends that he meets tend to be female. That she meets, sorry, tend to be female.
Yes.
Just because of the scenarios that work out, and she teases the hell out of Sakuta every single time.
Yep.
She's like, you got another girlfriend? He's like, no, it's not like that.
Are you turning into a delinquent? You keep bringing women home.
He's like, God damn.
Here's the thing, Mai is just absolutely like, you have female friends, you're allowed to have am I going to get jealous? No, that's stupid.
Okay, are you planning on actually going out with them? No. Are you planning on cheating on me with them? No. Fine.
No. Yeah.
Also, so she is very confident in his affection for her.
It's like actual mature relationships. It's like, what the fuck's going on in this anime?
Oh my god! Like, there's a bit that
it feels like an old relationship. Like, of course he's not going to cheat on me. He would have by now.
And the thing is, one of the other running
old loving relationship that's been going on for years.
One of the other running themes that's been going in this show, though, I mean, whether it's a deliberate one or not, is everyone's parents are assholes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That may be a bit harsh, but it's like
there are some assholish parents. Sakuta's parents seem that way at first, and she realized exactly what's happened, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
The premise, like they say at the beginning of the show, it sounds like Kaede had her incident with the syndrome, and so did Sakuta. So they basically said, "Well, we can't deal with this. Here, we'll get you your own apartment, and Sakuta, you can look after her."
Yeah,
that's how it. For the first half of the show, that's the opinion you have of their parents.
It's not fair to the parents, it turns out, but that's fine.
No.
That's intentional. You're supposed to figure this out later on as it goes along.
Yeah, we know about her mother.
Yeah, her dad's not much of a treat either. It turns out.
No, her dad basically bailed on them, divorced Mai's mother, and as we'll get to a little
married
later
another
on,
winner.
Married another winner who turns out to also
out.
be a completely, utterly over the top pushy parent.
Yeah, the dude's got a type. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, and Mai has a half sister who we'll get to later.
Yeah.
And considering the fact that Mai's half sister isn't all that much younger than Mai, dude left early.
Yeah, I thought he was having an affair.
One or the other.
Probably.
Either way, asshole.
A little from column B.
Yeah, it's sort of my gut feeling too. But yeah, so the structure of the rest of the show is Sakuta meets another student who's having a puberty syndrome problem, and works with them to figure out what the problem is and helps them solve it. And that's the next arc and the next.
Generally, he gets roped into it, and
he's not really looking to do this. It's usually he gets sort of pulled into it without actually meaning to. Mm-hmm. It's like the second time, it's because he's stuck in a time loop along with this person, and in order to fix it, in order to get out of the time loop and actually get Mai to say yes and go out with him, because he's in a Groundhog Day loop.
Yeah, right. Imagine watching Groundhog Day, except Bill Murray is not the one that... Well, he does have to fix his own shit, but someone else is trapped in there with him saying, "Dude, fix your shit!"
Yeah. So that's arc 2. And it turns out the problem is that, there's another girl who...
It's social media all over again. It's this social...
She's got a serious case of FOMO combined with a So the girl came from the sticks and reinvented herself when she came back to school, and she's working really hard on maintaining this persona because she likes this persona, and part of that persona is that she's really plugged into her friends and what they do, so she can't actually put down the phone. More importantly, she puts their needs in front of hers, so when the guy that one of them likes asks her out, that starts the loop.
Right. Now, it
she's
turns
like,
out
he
she
can't-
she doesn't really want to date the guy anyways for very good reasons.
Yeah. It's like, I don't actually want to date the dude, but he asked me out, which puts her in an awkward situation, which puts stresses on our clique, which means I'm on the out because I'm the new girl. And I know
She
how
can't.
this.
She can't turn the guy down because he's too cool to turn down, and if he turns her down, then he asks her friend out. Then why isn't he good enough for her? But is for but is for her
Yeah.
friend, and all that. She's literally going around in circles in her own head as to all these excuses why this social.
And the reason things keep looping is
standing
she's trying to
matters.
find a way out of it without causing problems.
Right.
And it keeps not working.
And for whatever reason, Sakata gets dragged into this at the same time.
Well, at one point, Sakata's like, he's figured out that she's the source of the loop, and that she's the sole reason why Mai won't say yes, because she says yes in every timeline, but he has to relive the fucking day.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it is literally his perfect day because he's managed
Yeah.
to get Mai to actually agree to go out with him.
So eventually, like, it's like 2 different time loops where they fail to keep him from asking her out, until one time when they're hiding underneath the desk, he's like, why don't you just tell him no? I can't tell him no. This is where she explains all of this stuff. It's like, that's stupid. The door opens up, it startles them. They knock over the desk, end up sprawled on top of one another. It's the guy, and he's like, oh, I wasn't aware you were seeing someone else, and leaves. It's like, she's like, this is perfect. Now he won't ask me out, and my friend doesn't become second fiddle, and all you have to do is pretend to be my boyfriend for the rest of the term.
Sakura's like, wait,
It's
what?
like, I'm in another relationship, or will be. She keeps saying yes, and you keep on fucking it up.
As if on cue, Mai walks in the other door.
Yeah.
And Mai's like, huh. And
This
Sakura's
is
like,
not
it's not
what it looks like.
And she's like, better not be.
And turns around and walks out.
And he explains it to her, and she's like, okay, if I didn't know puberty syndrome was a thing, I would be so pissed off right now. But I know it's actually a thing, and this is exactly the kind of bullshit that you would get involved in. So you know what?
And of course you're going to help her out because you're a nice guy and an idiot. So I'll put up with it.
Also, yeah. Like,
Because I had the patience of a saint. You should worship me. I worship you. Good.
Mai's actually aware of how awesome she is. She just doesn't rub it in very often.
Yeah.
She does every now and then with Sakura, mostly because she knows he's okay with it.
Also, she's aware of exactly how awesome he is, and that he's also aware of how awesome he is.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like he's very aware that he's actually like. One of the things I love about him about Sakura is how aware he is of. Yeah, I'm actually better than all these assholes who quote ostracize me. I'm okay with this. This is why I give no fucks.
and it's not even like he's not even like, I'm actually better than these guys. Like, I know exactly what I'm about. I'm cool. I'm fine with who I am. And that's great. And
It's not a superiority thing. It's not he's better than them. It's like, I don't need their fucking opinion.
Well, yeah,
I don't need
that's
them,
fair.
And I know exactly what I'm about.
The really funny thing
They
is
don't.
that
They'll figure it out eventually, or they won't. It doesn't matter.
the best part about all this is the realization that when Tomoe actually tells him, is like, yeah, actually, here's the thing: you're not actually like an outcast in for the first years. You're the weird outsider dude that everyone thinks is secretly cool, and he's like, what?
Huh.
Yeah, you've kind of gone all the way around the circle. You've looped back around to being kind of cool.
It's like, huh?
You're
that's
like
a new
you're actually probably like
experience.
for the first year students, you're probably the coolest second year student. And he's like, also like you're like hanging out with Maya all the time, and she's kind of like famous and awesome and gorgeous. So yeah, so he and Tomoe and Koga go through this whole thing where she's pretending to be her boyfriend. They're gonna break up at the end of summer break.
Right.
Because like, yeah, we sort of like, yeah, he's my senpai at work because she starts working the same job he's working at. And
Right.
It's like, so it's like, yeah, he's my senpai.
Entirely
at work.
by accident. I want to make that clear. Like, it's not like she's stalking him or anything.
Oh,
It's
no.
just, he got a job and he happens to be at work at the same job.
And so she thinks this is perfect. It was a perfect setup to set up the fake relationship and to end it. It's like at the end of the summer we'll realize that yeah, it just didn't work out. It's great, perfect. Yeah, it get to the end of the summer and we start time looping again when they break up. And he's like, wait, I'm looping again. Why am I looping again? Futaba, why am I looping again? And she's like, well, clearly something has changed. And
Maybe
he's like,
she wasn't Laplace's demon. She uses a physics term called Laplace's demon for this, and which she explains that I hadn't heard before, and I'm like, that's a pretty cool term. I'm going to start using it.
yeah. and he's like, no, she is. And she's like, oh, fuck, I know what it is. God damn it.
Yeah.
Koga, yeah, you fallen in love with me, haven't you? No.
No.
Koga?
You fell. We're
It's
time
okay.
looping, and the only reason to be time looping is you don't want the fake relationship to end. She's like,
To
She's
her
like, but I
credit,
don't. But he's like, dude, like, she's like, but we agreed that we'd end the thing, and then you'd be my friend. We'd be friends going forward, just friends, and it'd be great, and it'd be awesome. And now, why am I? And then he's like,
and
it's
I caught
okay.
feels, god damn it.
And he's like, it's okay. I'm not upset with you or anything like that. It's not going to change that we'll be friends going forward. If you can admit it and just move forward, it'll be fine. I'm happy to hang out with you. I just can't be that. I can't be in that kind of relationship with you. I have my, and you know I have my.
And to her credit, she eventually works it out and is like, okay, cool, we're just droogs now.
And again, she's like, yeah, I'm okay. I do have feelings for him. He doesn't have the same feelings back. That doesn't change the fact that we're friends. Oh,
Right.
fuck. Well, that was easy. That was the whole conversation. God, we're stupid.
And when Spore Sword Online Abridged comes into play.
So yeah, the next, it turns out the next person that Sakata has to help out is Futaba. So of course he's gonna help her because she's one of his best friends.
Yeah, because she's his droog. So Futaba, we find out, has this giant unrequited crush on the third of the triad, the boring boy,
Yuma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kunami.
And
Yuma Kunami.
yep. And there's been a lot of Sakura just going, so did you tell him? Shut up.
You should tell him, get it off your chest. You'll feel better.
Shut up.
I don't want any logical solutions out of you.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just admit it and just you just you lift that pressure off yourself, he'll know where you stand, and then you could just go forward and actually be friends rather than just being nervous around him all the time. Don't want to hear logic right now.
Also, dude, he's not going to be mean to you about this. It's goddamn it, it's Kunami. You know him. There's a reason you've fallen for him. You know why. You know how he'll. Oh my god.
So he has a habit of because Futaba is she's literally the only member of the science club.
Yeah.
She, it always cuts to a scene with her and Sakata talking, and she's using all the science equipment to make coffee because that's what she does.
And she's doing it in more and more complex ways, and it's always hilarious and awesome.
Yes.
But she's always in there, and it's on a ground floor classroom, and Yuma. Was it Yuma? Sorry, I forget his name. Yeah, Yuma has a habit of just popping his head through the door while he's doing track stuff because he's on the basketball team. And Sakata's always like, "Oh, yeah, Futaba, you seem to be going red there. Are you okay? Hey, Yuma, just check her out for a second. I think something might be wrong with her." And she's like, "Shut up."
I don't want to ruin our friendship. You're not going to ruin your friendship.
Yeah.
It's Kunami. It's Yuma. He won't be upset by this, and he will not. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. But on top of that, it turns out it stems from her. She's got kind of a body image issue.
Yes,
because she's a high school teenage girl.
Yeah.
What are you
more
gonna do?
More than that, she's a high school teenage girl that
developed
early, and has all sorts of weird issues with that.
She got the attention she didn't like.
Yes.
And on top of her being a nerdy, retired, sort of somewhat shy girl,
Turns out she's stacked underneath all the clothes she wears.
She wears a lot of heavy. She wears sweaters with the lab coat over the top. Her hair's generally messy, thick rimmed glasses.
Baggy,
She's got the whole
baggy t-shirts and sweatpants.
She's got the whole Velma thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out she's probably the second best looking girl in school.
And her whole bit with the puberty syndrome thing is that there are 2 of her running around.
Turns out,
there's a duplicate out there that looks exactly like her, has all her memories, and behaves in almost exactly the same way. Almost.
There are slight differences. It's basically the Futaba who hates her body and hates what's going, hates how she's handling it.
Hates the look she gets and the often unintentional objectification she gets.
Yeah, it's basically the conflict between wanting attention but also hating the attention she gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other one is the one who's fine with that.
Yeah. The other one, and turns out she's had a big, whatever the file the serial numbers off of it version of Instagram they call it.
Yeah.
She's got an account where she posts some suggestive photos of herself. It's actually not particularly risque. It's just suggestive.
Mm-hmm.
Where she's actually showing off her. It's like she's not showing anything off. Like she's just showing that she's got a great figure, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pictures of her face or anything like that.
No, maybe like an unbuttoned top or a skirt rides a little bit higher than normal. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing that you'd actually call lewd nowadays, thanks to the fucking internet and all that shite. But
yeah, she's not doing cam girl stuff. Let's put it that way.
No, nothing like that. Hell, she's not even on the level of any average cosplayer these days. Unfortunately, but yeah.
But the whole thing is that you have the one that keeps doing this, and the one that is absolutely mortified that she does this.
Yes.
And
for now, it's inhabiting 2 completely separate people. So
right,
yeah.
And eventually, Sakota manages to has one of them staying at his place, further to help, having the unintentional side effect of helping to further socialize Kaede, because now it's another person that she's comfortable around.
Well, it's a bit of both, really, because the thing is, it's not just the attention as well. It's the fact that the reclusive one, the one that hates the attention, it also believes that she's alone and has no friends, and the attention is the only reason she has friends. So even though she's trying to push that side of her away, she's also feels like she's pushing people away as well, because no one will give her time. Where again, the other one, she's not out there being a party girl. She's not suddenly got hundreds of friends and is a social butterfly or anything like that. It's more about just.
Well, she's got the similar thing. She's just dealing with it in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
she also thinks she has that sort of weird intrusive thoughts, like they don't want to hang out with you. They're just hanging out with you because you're hot, kind of thing. They don't like you for you. Which both of them know intellectually is a complete bullshit, but it's still that thing that creeps up in the back of your head and goes, "This is the thing," and it becomes obsessive.
So
go on, Peter.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I think
okay. So what happens is Sakura ends up confirming that no, these are both my Futaba. These are both my Droog. It's the same person, just dealing with the same bullshit in a different way. And ends up hanging out with basically just having that conversation with the exhibitionist one. Is listen, no, we're your friends. We like you no matter what. And she's like, oh, prove it. And it's okay. He calls up boring boy's name, I can't remember. Yuma. And he's like, hey, it's an emergency involving Futaba. I need to meet you at this station right now. Okay, I'll be there. Hangs up, and she's like, it's 2 a.m., right? And he'll be there. Let's go.
Not only will he be there, he beats them there.
Yeah. He rides his bike there at top speed. And she's like,
He's exhausted, and they walk up out of the station. He's sitting there like still panting for breath, covered in sweat. What's the emergency?
and the line that Sakata has before he calls him with her phone is like, okay, I'm gonna prove this to you by showing you a side of Nishimi that will make you fall in love with him all over again. She's like, wait, what? But she's like, yeah, no, I'll be there for. She is my friend. I will be there for her at a drop of a hat.
Right.
She needs help.
And
Fine.
they end up spending the whole night just dicking around the beach with like fireworks and chatting and whatnot.
Yeah.
And eventually he's just like, so we're gonna go to that fireworks festival? He's like, I've never really gone. You're coming. Shut up. You're coming. Fine.
I love this. I love this. Like, it's like, well, wouldn't you just go with your girlfriend? Well, we're kind of actually fighting right now.
We're on a break.
Yeah, Sakata's like, Sakata's like, well, no, it's not like that, but Sakata's like,
No. Literally, that is what Yuma says, because he's actually having an argument with her about Futaba, actually. But
yeah.
Futaba is one of his best friends, and she's posting quote lewd end quote pictures of herself on Instagram. It's like, so
and he's like, well, clearly there's something going on there. I don't know how to help her. But if she asks, I'll be there. That's the end. That's how this is going to work. I don't care if you like it or not.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. That's what I meant. Sorry, Futaba's like, using the excuses. Oh, you've both got partners.
yeah, they're both like, yeah, no, they're not available. A, they're not available right now. And B,
yeah, Sakata's like, Mai's out of town shooting a movie, and Yuma's like, yeah, we're kind of in a fight at the moment, so I should.
Never mind the fact that even if we were going with girlfriends, you would be coming with us,
dude. Yeah, because you're our friend and we want to hang out with you. So she agrees to this and is
so
feeling...
get yourself dolled up in a yukata and come along. And she does, and she is super cute.
Well, that's the thing. Before this happens, like he ends up talking with the more introverted Futaba.
Yeah.
And like, so
that's because she comes to him in the hospital because he's gotten himself passed out from running around all night in the middle of the rain, all this stuff.
Right. Because he goes to meet her and he's like, oh, one thing, thud, I haven't slept in 30 hours.
Wakes up in the hospital and she's there. She's like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, and so basically,
he's like, yeah, and he's like, so we made plans and we're all going to the whatchamacallit. And she's like, well, you guess you chose the other one. I didn't choose anyone. They're both you.
Yeah, you're coming. He's like, you're coming too.
You're coming.
Even if you're still two separate people, there's going to be two Futabas there. I don't know how I'm going to explain it, but you're coming too.
And he's like, well, what if she doesn't want me to come? So call her and ask her about it. Just be honest about it. It's you. It's not like you can't be.
Well, yeah, she starts apologizing, saying, I'm sorry.
There's a line that she also repeats that, like, the world doesn't need two Futabas, and you can see him. It's like you can see Sakata going through. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Two of you, you're amazing. You'd be two of you to hang out with.
I don't see a problem with having two of you around.
She starts apologizing. He starts giving a shit. He's like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. Is it okay? Can I come to the fireworks? Again, not the person you need to be asking.
Not who you're supposed to be asking.
And so she walks over to the payphone because Japan still has those.
And she doesn't have her cell phone because
she doesn't have a cell phone because the other one's got it.
Because the other one's got the cell phone.
And calls her up and
says that she wants to come. Poof, gone.
Yeah. Well, that's the weird thing. You just hear like one side of the conversation. You just say, she goes, "Hi, it's you? Yeah, yeah. I'm at the hospital. No, it's with Sakata. He's okay. So can I come to see the fireworks?"
She starts with the whole can I you know what? Fuck it. I want to come too. And
yeah. And then you just hear the receipt. You don't see it because you only hear it. You're watching Sakata the entire time.
Yep.
And you just hear the thud of the receiver just like drop.
And she's gone. And he picks up the receiver and says, Seems to fix the situation. She's like, so there's only one of you now? Yep, there's only one of me. Great. See you tomorrow. And one of the nice little touches is during the fireworks thing, she actually leans in and confesses to Yuma. And he's like, cool. Sorry.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not. We're not on that kind of a break yet.
No, and she's like, dude, you better make up with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
She literally said after she's confessed, she leans back. The fireworks die down a bit. She goes, "Dude, just go and make up with your girlfriend. For fuck's sake."
You're good for each other. She's a bitch, but you're good for each other. That's something else I kind of like. Like, he's aware that his girlfriend doesn't like them and they don't like her, but but his friends are like, but you're good for each other and you like her, so that's cool. Not a problem.
And
we're
she
not
may
trying to break you up or anything. That's stupid.
she may pull her head out of her ass when she matures a bit.
Yeah.
She's in high school. She's gonna grow up, hopefully, and we'll just give her space to grow up.
Yeah.
We're just not putting up with any of her bullshit. He's
He's not putting up with her bullshit. So yeah.
And you was like, cool.
Cool. I'm glad you see it my way. So yeah, that's the Futaba arc, and
it's a good arc, honestly.
And again, all of this that we're saying, every single one of these so far, like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, they cram a lot of character stuff into 3 episodes.
It's amazing.
I mean, I guess it helps they don't have giant robot fights, but
So the next arc revolves around Mai's little sister. Basically, Mai and her sister.
No, they do the Freaky Friday first.
Oh,
that is it.
That's her Mai's little sister.
I'm sorry, I was thinking Kaede, not the.
It's not Kaede. It's not Kaede. No.
Not the other little. Sorry.
There are 2 younger sisters. One is significantly more awesome than the other, and this is not actually a knock on Mai's sister, who ends up being kind of cool.
So Mai doesn't show up at school, and Sakura's like, "Huh? Usually, I know she's not working. I wonder what's up. I'll swing by her place on the way home, see if she's okay, because he doesn't have a cell phone because of his sister." So he swings home. He swings by her place. She's standing out in the street. He goes, "Hi, Mai, what's going on?" She's like, "Huh? Are we playing a new game today? Because, we had a date." "Oh my God, you're him? My sister fell for this dead-eyed git? Are we doing the whole puberty syndrome thing again?" And Mai's little sister, now Mai, comes out and goes, "Yeah, that's him."
Oh, for fuck's sake, sis.
Oh, not again.
Say hi, Sakura. That's my younger sister in my body. It's me, Mai here. Sakura's like,
this is going to be confusing.
This is a whole other thing. And Mai's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Turns out this wasn't Mai's fault.
Nope.
Not this time.
No, this is all issues that Mai's younger sister has.
Yeah, Nodoka.
Nodoka, yeah. Nodoka is...
Nodoka's
She's a
part
pop
of
idol.
an up-and-coming idol band.
Yep.
Yeah.
Band used loosely here because they don't actually play instruments. It's more of a traditional idol group.
They're an idol group. They're all singers and dancers.
Yeah.
And she's got issues.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way: as we described earlier about the parental situation, Dad doesn't even get mentioned with her either. So what he's doing, where he is, no one seems to know. But Mom is stereotypical pushy parent. It's like
her mother is such a stage mom. Oh my God.
You've got a half sister who's incredibly successful, and you must be her.
Yeah, there's a lot of keeping up with the Joneses.
Why aren't you as awesome as Mai? But,
thanks, Mom.
I'd like to be as awesome as Mai. Mai is awesome. Like, it's got the early on for Nodoka. She's got serious hero worship of her big sister, half sister. And they meet when they're fairly young, and she picks up. Mai is outwardly very accepting and happy to have a little sister now, But Nodoka actually picks up on the fact that Mai is sort of utterly baffled by this. Like,
Yeah.
the fuck? How did this happen? I mean, okay. But, you know, I don't want to go too deep into this one just because we don't want to go super long. And
Yeah.
But yeah, long story short, there's jealousy between the two sisters, but that's not the actual problem.
Right.
Yeah. It's mostly an inferiority complex with
Yes.
with Nodoka, who's had it drilled into her since birth that basically she has to be Mai.
Yeah, she's not as good as Mai. You need to be better.
But it's also that she's convinced herself Mai doesn't actually like her.
Mm.
And Mai does get exasperated with her, and does the whole big sister. God, I hate you.
Right.
But Mai kept all of the letters Nodoka wrote to her when she was a kid. And Nodoka's like, wait, you kept these? Well, yeah. You're my sister. I love you, dummy. Like,
wait,
come
you
on.
Kept these? You weren't supposed to find out, Sakota.
And he's like, dude, if I didn't find these, you'd be stuck in your own bodies, each other's bodies forever. You should thank me. Thank you, Sakata. Stop snooping. I told you not to. I was convinced you said an episode I would look there.
There is a great
You are
bit.
too perceptive for your own goddamn good, Sakata.
There is a great bit where, like, obviously they're in opposite bodies, but Nodoka's basically screaming at Mai. Because what's happened is, I know we don't want to go too far, so I'm going to summarize. As it's happened, they've basically both taken on each other's lives to try and at least keep up appearances. So Nodoka's had an experience of what it's like to be Mai, being to this, to this, to this, to this, and expected to be perfect every time, because Mai apparently has a reputation of no outtakes. No second takes needed. She does it all in one take.
Because she's that damn good.
Because she's that damn good. Whereas at the other opposite side of it, Noriko has this, she's an up-and-coming idol star, so she's jam-packed with appearances, photo shoots, and dance lessons and singing lessons and
lots
shows.
of dancing and singing lessons and rehearsals and
important note, in Mai's career, she's not a singer and she's not a dancer. She's an actress and model.
Yes. And Noriko passes off as Mai. They notice she's a little bit under the weather, or she's not quite on her A game, but she passes it off.
Well, she has the panic attack during the one shoot.
Yes,
and they're like, "Oh, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. It's cool. We're all ready to start tomorrow."
But the thing about it is, sort of, names again. Sakata basically says, you do realize when you're doing your posing and you're trying to smile like Mai, it looks totally fake and crap. Just smile, just be you. Just smile like you, and just smile, and it'll be fine. And she kind of gets that, and realizes that she can be herself. And then at the same time, they go to after all this, they go to a show where Nodoko's been to be performing as part of this idol group. And the one thing that she wants is that she wants to get to a position in the group where she's now talented and good enough to get a song, is what they refer to it as. Basically, whenever they release a new single, one of the girls will be the lead vocalist and they'll rotate around. And they come out, and Nodoka, Mai, is basically this fucking absolute megastar sort of situation. She's on point every note, every step. She's got the whole routine down to the point where one of the other bandmates trips over and drops a microphone. She actually pulls off a spin, grabs the other mic, carries on without dropping a beat, and hands the mic back.
Yeah, she basically covers for someone else's fuck up.
Yeah, like just above and beyond. It's like that's how good Mai is. And Nodoka storms out and confronts her by it. She's like, "Oh, I'm sick of this. You're so perfect. You're so this, that, and the other. Everything you do, you can't do anything wrong. You're just so much better. How am I supposed to compete?" And you see Mai pull her hand back to slap her, and slaps the shit out of Sakata. And then he's like, "Oh, what was that for?" He's like, "Well, I can't hit her. She's got a photo shoot tomorrow." But she sounds like a spoilt brat. You know why I was so good on stage? Because I went to those rehearsal lessons. I practiced. I have never done that before. I practiced.
Worked your ass off.
I worked your ass off, yeah. I trained, I practiced, I gave up everything to make sure that I was living your life and doing the best I could for you. And she has no answer, really.
Well, no. And my point's that, like, so the big reveal is it's like, do you want to be doing this? Like, this idol thing, is this what you want for you? And she's like, I want to make Mom happy. That's not what I asked. Oh. Yeah. The whole act thing, I did it because I like it. Mom introduced me to it, but I said, hey, this is awesome and fun. I'm going to keep doing this, and screw Mom.
She's not even my manager anymore. I kicked her to the curb.
And Nodoka's like, oh.
That's an option?
Yes! Well, I do want to be an idol. I like singing and dancing and making people happy.
Right, then do it for you, not just for Mom's, approval. Yeah, because that's what killed her. Like she saw the line, where they all go to meet.
Yeah, what broke her was seeing her mom's reaction to it and being so happy.
Yeah, her mom high-fived her. It's like, yeah.
And Mai's like, dude,
which is understandable. And I remember
there's a really freaky little scene where they switch back. And it's like,
I remember watching that whole idol.
They reconcile. They get everything.
Yeah. But what were you saying, Eric? Sorry.
I remember watching the whole idol scene, going, "Oh, poor Nodoka. This is only going to make things worse."
Yeah.
This is going to be a mess.
I get what you're doing, Mai, but this is going to be like a dagger in a heart.
Yeah.
And it's not even what Mai's trying to do. It's like,
no, Mai's just trying to cover for her sister until they get things figured out and back into their own bodies.
And they do, but like I do love the fact that like Mai points out to your mom actually does want you to be happy. She was happy for you there. She was nervous for you. She's just really bad at expressing that. What? Adults are bad at this shit sometimes. Oh, yeah. Everybody fucks up sometimes. Oh, yeah. So,
especially parents.
Yeah. Big sisterly hug and tears, and poop, they switch bodies. Their bodies, it's not their minds switch bodies. Their bodies reshaped to the original bodies, it turns out.
Yeah.
Which surprised the hell out of all of us. It's like, okay. So that resolves that arc, and then we move into the final arc of the story, which is about Kaede. And it's not so much about solving Kaede's pubescent syndrome. We find out the actual real problem Kaede has, which is it's worse than you think.
Yeah.
It's not just that she's like terrified to go outside. She is suffering from agoraphobia and doesn't handle people very well. But there's another reason for that on top of it, which is that she's suffering from complete retrograde amnesia. Yeah. Brought on by a dissociative episode from the whole puberty syndrome thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's forgotten about her family and her past and everything basically drove her mother nuts. Literally.
Yeah.
Her mom could not handle the fact that her daughter did not know who she was. And
yeah, so the mother has a psychotic break. Thankfully, nothing violent, just catatonic and delusional.
Yeah, and that's why her dad and her mom had to go away, because Dad's like, I need to take care of Mom. I can't and Sakuta can't.
Mom's now a full-time job. I'm so sorry, I can't look after you.
And Sakuta's like, I can handle look after Kaede, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Expenses are covered. Please don't break the bank. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry about this, Sakuta. But
yeah, it turns out that his parents are not the shit weasels we thought they were.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, it's even more tragic than we thought. My God.
It's not that he's a shit. It's not that they're shit weasels. It's that one had a psychotic break due to the grief of the retrograde amnesia, and the other one just has his hands full with Mom and.
It turns out, and Kaede is, functional enough that her big brother can look after her.
Yeah. And here's the thing, they make it pretty clear that the Kaede that emerges from the during the what's the word I'm looking for?
Dissociative break.
Amnesiac state, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know. It has an entirely different personality.
Kaede is different.
Basically she's a blank slate. Yeah.
She
She's-
like a lot of little Sakura notices a lot of little mannerisms are different. Like
she walks
gets-
differently. She eats differently.
walks differently. She buttons her coat differently.
She holds the chopsticks differently.
The syntax she uses when talking with people is entirely different. Like, yeah, it is for all intents and purposes another person.
But this is where Sakura has his sort of break, and he the puberty syndrome thing hits him, and he gets the big gaping scars on his chest.
Yeah,
which is basically from him basically being freaked out that there's nothing he can do to help his sister.
There's nothing he can do to help his sister, and his sister is now a different person.
Yeah.
Well, it stems from what we've seen what we said like at the start with this first one. He likes to help people. He's not after any ulterior motive. It's like if somebody needs help, he will help them because he can. And if he gets to the point where I'm sorry, you can't help these, there is nothing you can do. It triggers this effect. And like
it's not just
if there's
nothing you can do. It's someone so ridiculously close to him, like a sibling, that he is absolutely powerless to help, and it literally tears him up.
Yeah,
literally. Again, metaphors. Yes. Metaphors becoming real. God damn it, this show is good. So yeah, and so while he's in the hospital and people are sort of like freaked out about this, they're like all convinced it's self-harm.
Right.
Which it kind of is.
A little bit.
But not really.
Yeah.
It's indirectly. So he buggers off outside the hospital and he meets this girl who he's talked about a bunch during the course of the show. We haven't mentioned this. That he'd had a bad time and he ran into this high school student who helped him through the bad stuff and convinced him to be a better person. To be a kinder person is what I should say, actually.
Yeah.
And he felt it was his first crush, and was the person he was sort of still pining for until he met Mai, who basically is like, yeah, nope, other person, yeah, she's long gone. I looked for her at the school. I came to the school looking for her because this is the school she said she went to, and there's no records of her here. So okay. I'm not sure if she actually exists. You actually exist, and you are so awesome. I don't care anymore. I mean, I care. She's important to me because she helped me through a really awful time. So yeah, that we find that about sort of that's where he met the girl. He met the girl on the beach after that, and she basically helps him through his bad bit, and basically talks about how she's decided that she's going to live every day as a kinder person than the previous day if she can. And Sakura's like, fuck, that's a really good life motto. Fuck, that's good. That's a really good life goal. Would it be okay if I stole that from you? And she's like, yeah, of course. He's like,
seems like a pretty good life goal for everyone to have.
Almost as if, but yes. So yeah, and that's when he decides to, yeah, he's gonna be a snarky bastard when the situation is appropriate. But at his core, he's basically trying to be a better person each day. And that's sort of he's explaining all this stuff, and Mai's like, yeah, I wish you told me all about this earlier, but I understand why you kind of didn't. And yeah. Dude, please tell me more of this shit sooner in future. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's my own pile of hang-ups there. Sorry.
It's like, I'm not mad. You said a little mad. Not very. I'm not very mad at all. Just I'm being understanding, Sakura, please. And she's like, okay, yeah, you're right. But, Kaede's decided that she is going to she needs to get her shit together. This is where she basically does the whole thing where she's like, she actually says, it's like, yeah, if you two are ever going to, get really, really serious, I can't be a weight around Sakura's neck. And they're like, Kaede, don't worry about it. We both love you.
Yeah. You're not a millstone. Okay, but I need to do these things.
And they're
I
like,
need
okay.
to get out there.
They're like, good. If you want to do this for yourself, we are so down for that.
So she makes a list of things that she wants to do. Things like go to the beach, go
Go to the zoo and see the
Like,
pandas with
go to
Big Brother.
see pandas, go back to school.
Go out the front door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and say the list starts off really simple, like put on shoes, because that's something she's not done in a long time either.
Yeah, like wear cute clothes, you know.
Yeah, wear anything but the panda ones.
wear anything but the panda PJs.
which it's adorable. It's a cute look, but you know, she wants to become a functional person again.
Yeah, like there's bits where Mai is like trying to help her out by calling her, or calling the
Oh
apartment.
yeah, like
because-
she wants to be able to answer the phone when it's not her brother.
Yeah.
Talk with someone other than her brother on the phone, and like.
So
Mai's
Mai
like,
goes in. Mai goes in the other room and calls off herself, and just gets to talk to her for a moment.
It's a fucking adorable scene. Oh my
It is.
god. Like, oh god, Mai and Sakata are so good with Kaede, and so it's.
Patience of saints.
And the thing is, Kaede is being like, she is setting very reasonable goals for herself too.
Yeah, like answer the phone, put on shoes. Okay, put on shoes. That's causing a minor panic attack. That's enough for today. Okay, today we're gonna go outside.
And she like sets like little breaks after like each little step. Like I need to take a break here to recuperate and get my brain
Rally.
like. Okay, before we go out the door, I need to I need to basically latch on to Big Brother and like replenish my Big Brother energy. It's so adorable. It's like, oh, you poor thing, you poor broken girl. Oh. And you can see how desperate she. There's this weird desperation to her.
There's a definite sense of desperation to everything that she's doing,
and it's not clear what it is. But the other thing is that Sakata keeps noticing that she's like bruises start appearing on her, which is a little weird. It's not the same thing as the puberty syndrome before. It's different. It's a different manifestation. Something's different. And he slowly starts. I think he slowly sort of starts figuring it out, but doesn't fully get it.
Well, she passes out. This is
not until it happens.
Yeah. But he eventually, he gets her to.
He gets the school counselor to come by to start establishing how to reintegrate her into the school. And this counselor is very understanding. It's like,
oh my god, this counselor is so good.
This counselor is amazing. She's like, so here's the thing: you could show up like anytime that would be comfortable for you. Just if you want, you can just go to the nurse's office. And that would be a great start for you. So that would count. I would definitely say that counts.
It is very clear. Again, I'm not sure whether it's realistically clear, but it's very clear in terms of narratively that this is a person who has had actual, honest-to-God psychological training and knows how to deal with someone who's had this kind of a problem. Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh my god, this, like, it's just like, oh. It was so nice seeing, like, someone... These people are treating this person who needs help in a way that made sense.
Yeah.
And would actually help them. It's like, oh my god, this is so just like, it was heartwarming.
So there are a couple of aborted attempts to get to school. And after one, she starts just freaking out and is completely pissed at herself and is furious and breaking down on the sidewalk. And he's like, come on, we're going to go to the best place. She's like, what's the best place? I'm going to take you to the best place. And he takes her to see to the zoo to see the pandas because that's her jam. And she's happy and she's has a great time at the zoo looking at the animals and all that other stuff. And eventually, like, they're walking home. It's like, we're gonna take a shortcut. A shortcut? Yeah.
Okay. The other bit I wanted to mention is he gives her a year-long pass to the zoo.
Yes, he gives her a year-long pass to the zoo. So that she can go back anytime she feels up to it. Anytime she wants.
Yep.
And we're going to take a shortcut. Okay, we're going to take a shortcut. And, a couple twists and turns down a couple alleys. And they're at the school. And it's like, all right, so we're going to hop the fence and then you'll actually have gone to school. I don't know if it counts because the school's closed, but, it's a step in the right direction.
She's like, okay, but I'm not going to circle this one off. I'll put a triangle around it.
But this is where she basically passes out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And basically.
Well, they get home and she goes to bed and then she wakes up. And she's like, he goes to wake her up and is like, hey, it's
Oh,
time
right.
to
Yeah,
get
you're
up.
right. You're right. You're right. Yes.
Yeah, and she's
There
like,
is
okay.
there is an instance where she
Why is
passes
my
out.
room different? What? And why are you so big? What? Yeah.
Also, I want to give super amazing, huge, uber large, gigantic props to Kaede's voice actress.
Yeah, holy shit. Because it's clear the minute she says something that's, well, it's the same voice actress and she's not doing a different voice, it's clear it's a different
Person.
cadence and, yeah, it's a different person. It's a different character that voice actress is portraying. And, yeah, wow, like, I don't even speak the language, I could tell that, like, everything was different.
Yeah. She did that woman did an amazing job, like serious, like voice acting across the board in the show is great, but
Yes, absolutely.
so yeah, Kaede's got her memories back.
Now,
But
earlier
none for the
in
previous 2 years.
earlier in the story, there is an instance where she passes out. I think it's when she meets Kaede's childhood friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have an incident, and they take her to hospital, and the doctors are like, "Well, I mean, if this is we told you when this happened. It could take time for her original memories to come back. They may never do so. And if this is what this is, then we have to warn you that there is a chance that those old memories will just reemerge, and everything that's happened since will not exist. It will just reset to that point, and then it'll carry on. And Kaede may be very different.
Yeah.
If not exactly how she was.
Yeah.
And that's basically what's happened.
Yep. And during this, Sakura calls mine, sort of tells her about this, and that could happen.
Well, he calls his parents first.
Oh, sorry. He's talking to his dad about it.
His
Right?
parents first. The dad comes by, and he's really happy that she's back to who she is.
No. This I'm talking about before that, when she was in the hospital before.
Right.
Well, after she passed out, and like he's recounting the whole if she might get her memory back, and she could forget what's happened in the past 2 years, and Kaede overhears him saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's important.
It's important, yeah. So yeah, his dad's overjoyed that Kaede's back, but and Sakura is somewhat.
Sakura's in a weird spot.
He's in a really. Oh God, this poor boy.
So yeah, he's like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom. So he gets up and he leaves and he starts breaking down and like having an emotional breakdown because his sister's back, but his sister's also gone.
Yeah, the sister he's been living with and helping and doing everything for the past 2 years basically is dead, but his but his other sister's back, and he feels crappy that that this sister he's loved for 2 years is gone, but it's just this horrible sort of
it's a vicious cycle because he's glad his sister's back, but he's also mourning the sister that no longer is, and is beating himself up over the fact that he feels guilty over mourning the sister that was and being upset that she's back, and it just ends up like feeding on itself, and poor dude just breaks.
Yep. And he starts bleeding from the chest again. And then out of nowhere his childhood crush shows up again.
Shoko
shows up again. And she basically gets him back home and talks him through everything and reads Kaede's journal to him.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice is this as well. Almost every single time, and this is something that he does regularly, every single time he's dealing with someone who has an issue or a problem, all of these previous girls, Mai, Nodoko, Futaba, whenever, at some point or another, they've done a scene where they're in the bath and he's outside the door talking it through with them.
Yep.
They'll make a joke about,
him being a
Don't you
pervert
dare-
and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
don't you dare peek in here. Why are you sitting outside the bathroom? And then he'll just ask them the pertinent question, and they'll get onto it. In this scene, he's the one in the bath, and Shoko sat outside.
Yeah.
And he is a wreck. And she just starts reading from Kaede's journal to him, and it is one of the most heartbreakingly beautiful scenes.
It is. Yeah, it's just Jesus Christ show.
Because
Jesus
it is
Christ.
the diary of a young girl who knows she's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is desperately trying to achieve these little goals to prove to her brother that he has been there for her and has helped her. Because she knows the way he is. And if she goes back to the original Kaede before she's proven to him that he's helped her, he will beat himself up about it forever.
Yeah.
Because she's his sister, she knows him. It is simultaneously beautiful, heartwarming, and just a complete emotional kick in the gut.
Yeah, it's not. Sakura's not the only one having his chest ripped open there.
Oh my god! If the scene does not move you, I don't know.
Then you don't have a soul.
No, it is. Oh my god! It is as I said. It is, but it is simultaneous. It is both like heart wrenching and heartwarming. It's amazing. It is so well written.
It's an amazing scene.
It is so well written. Holy fuck!
It's a really good scene,
and it gets him. It's what pulls him through because Shoko's right. That's exactly what he needed.
And then Mai shows up because she was out of town, and hello.
Gav disconnected there. Oh, there's Gav.
Gav's back.
I'm back. Sorry, I've been having Discord issues.
Okay.
So he calls Mai back. She called during all the whole thing, asking about like Kaede's progress. He calls her back, and he's
like, she's in the hospital.
No, it's just that she got her memory back. Yeah, it's like I said.
I'm gonna have to reintroduce you to her though.
Yeah. So what happens is Mai just fucks off from the shoot that she's at and comes back to help him out.
Because it's
because Mai's awesome.
my boyfriend needs help. I'm going to go help him.
Right.
I can take a short break.
She takes the bullet train out. She's like, "How are you? How are things?" And he's like, "I'm okay. I ran into Shoko again. She really helped me out." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you don't need me. I'm going back." He's like, "Oh, wait, nothing happened." "Yeah, I know nothing happened, but I'm going back. You don't need me." And it's the first real stress in their relationship because she wanted to be the one to help him out after. She wanted to be the one to pull him out as repayment for him helping her out so many times.
Yeah.
and like to have this literal ghost from the past. I'm still not sure that Shoko actually physically exists, at least not in that form.
The thing that makes me question that is the fact that Shoko always knows too much about the situation going on.
Yeah.
To just be another person. Apparently, there is a movie. This whole thing, this whole show covers the first. I think it's the first five light novels in the series. There is 9 overall, and there is a movie that covers 6 and 7. So I'm guessing. I think that's based on her character. So maybe there's more in there, but it's not explained in the show.
Right.
And it doesn't feel like
I'm fine with not knowing right now because the point. The point I was making is that like there's the first real stress in their relationship, and she fucks off back to the shoot, and he's like, "Well, fuck. Now I have to take the bullet train out to where she is."
Well, it helps.
Notoko, and Notoko's like,
yeah,
I fucked up. I'm not sure how. I'm going out to there. Where is she staying?
Well, Notoko actually meets him. He's at work at the time, and Notoko meets him and says, you fucked up big time. She only came back because she wanted to be the one that helped you out. Oh, by the way, it's also her birthday.
He's like, fuck. All right, well, I'll take the bullet train out as soon as my shift's over. Where is she staying? I'll call her and find out. I'll do it careful.
to Nodoko's credit, like she's like, wait, are you serious? It's like 8 p.m. already. You're gonna try and catch a bullet train out there now? Yeah. And like another little comment.
yeah, I'm going to be fucked for the month, but it's important.
Yeah.
And she's okay. I'll call me when you get there. I'll have where she's staying. I'll call her.
Her reaction was literally, how the hell did Big Sister fall for you? Every now and again throughout the rest of the show, there's like, oh, okay, that's why.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I'll call her and I'll ask casually as to where she's staying. So, and just call me when you get there, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, apparently asking casually in Nodoko's thing is, hey, where are you staying? Where are you staying? Where are you?
staying?
Where are you now?
Hey,
where
you
are you
haven't said where
right
you're
now?
staying. I need to know. I need to know now.
And my being,
Being not an idiot.
it's like, oh, yeah, that Sokka's coming out to meet me, isn't he?
To the point where when he gets to the film set where they're just packing up and he's like, oh shit, where is she? Where is she? She stood on the back wall with the duffel coat covering her eyes, just waiting for him to show up.
It's like, yo, I'm here. Oh, thank God. Why are you back there? I knew you were coming. How did you know? She said we're going to be caught casual. It's Nodoko.
It's not a fair. She doesn't do that. She doesn't do subtle.
Fair. She said she was going to be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, that was careful for Nodoko, to her credit. It was just not careful. And they have a big long talk as they walk around and basically splitting their own big piles of bullshit that, yeah, Mai is actually a little jealous of this Shotoko and how she's always there to help him out, and she's never is able to be there because of work. And he's like, but that's okay because you're still mine. You're there all the other times. She's never around when things are good. And things are good because you're there.
She's like, God damn, you're good.
Besides, more importantly, you took a bullet train out to me right away. That counts. Yeah. Whether or not I needed it, that counts for a lot.
She actually says, so how exactly did you plan on getting home?
He's like, I think I got enough on me for the bullet train back, maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe if I could take the regular trains, I could just about make it. I think the bullet train's gone for the evening. Oh well. And she's like, she talks to her personal assistant, says, "Can we get an extra room where the staff are staying for this film?"
And her PA is so good. It might be her manager. It might be her brilliant. It might be her manager. I don't know. It's
new manager, yeah.
It's like, yep, no problem. All right, yeah, you two. I love the bit where they pull up next to the thing where they're going to go hang out for lunch. She's like, okay, you guys have fun on your 15-minute date.
Well, it's something like you've got half an hour for your date. Make sure you can at least come back satisfied with your boyfriend this time, or something along those lines. Just like, shut up. It's some like really corny line that implies something, but it's like totally just like good-natured ribbing.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit early on where it's like, yeah, you really shouldn't be dating. There's
a bit where it's like you can't have a boyfriend. The publicist like you can't have a boyfriend because weird ass
because Japan
idol stuff.
Well, that's part of Tomo, the young girls arc, because it's basically they use that as a convenient excuse for Mai to not be hanging around with him anyway, because they're kind of keeping it separate for a while, and then that all gets undone because somebody takes a photo of them. So
right.
and Mai just has press conferences like, yeah, I've got a boyfriend. No, you're not going to interview him. He really doesn't want to be in the limelight. And that's just going to be the end of it.
There's a great line by the...
and her manager are both there.
Yeah.
They both give her a little shit about it because it's adorable. And
the director's line about like, yeah, and no one will take secret photos and upload them online because no one would dare do that, right?
Yeah. No one's weird enough to take pictures of people in public and post them online. That's just weird.
That's just wrong. Why would you do that?
I love the fact that the director is publicly shaming all paparazzi. Just like, oh,
yeah. Yes.
Like, you all suck, and you know it. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much where the show ends. Like they work out their own relationship bullshit, and they're sweet and adorable together. And
there's a little coda that as the end credits are rolling, it shows like, so situations with Futaba and the other two just like hanging out, It
Yeah.
shows Sakuta introducing Mai to his father and Kaede again.
Yep.
And you see the look on Kade's face where she looks at her for a second, like, and you can tell she's realized exactly who she is because Kaede knows exactly who she is because
Yeah.
she was that kind of girl when she, before she lost her memories. And she's like, "Oh my god!"
Wait, my big brother is dating my son. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Joking.
My Sakurajima is dating my big brother. What?
Oh dear.
It's so good. But the other thing during the Coda thing is you really do get the impression that while the the previous Kaede is gone, like Kaede is still his little sister, and it's different, but it's still it's still there, and there's still while there's differences, it's still part of there's still parts that are the same, and it's
there's a bit of a heartbreaking scene where he's like he's like desperate to like cling on to something of the well, what is it, the old or the new Kaede, and she's like asking his sister like, do you like pandas? And she's like, what? Pandas?
Well,
do you like them?
Hate them.
She's like, yeah, I don't hate them. Oh, okay. And it's like, oh, dude. Well, can I take you to the zoo? I suppose so.
I guess. Yeah.
it's like, why? It's like, well, I'd like to take you to the zoo. Just it'd be fun. Okay, I that could be fun. Sure, why not? So yeah, that's basically Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, a show with a stupid title that is just fucking brilliant.
Stupid
Now,
name for an excellent show.
What I will say is that I completely agree with these two that this show does not need any more. I probably am going to track down the movie at some point.
I'll probably watch it at some point.
Because it's
watch
like
the
we
movie
said,
at some point.
this story, like I said, this story does not need any more. But god damn it, I will watch more content with these characters.
That is the thing. Yeah, that is the one. Like my reaction is this story does not need more. But dear God, I love these characters.
Yes.
And it's not like with, say, Psycho Pass, where another season is just completely unnecessary because you already explored all the shit you wanted to explore. It's like, no, there's still...
This is a character study, so you can do more things.
Is character interactions, not the plot or ideas you're exploring.
Yeah.
Right.
The plot can never be resolved when you're talking about somebody's life.
Yeah.
So yeah, the movie is I will watch it at some point, but I'm not like
Fuck. Just realized something terrible and existentially terrifying.
What?
This is effectively a slice of life show that I really like.
Yes. Dude, this is what slice of life can be. It's legitimately actually slice of life. Like it's looking at actual life, Eric. As opposed to
I hate finding out that a genre I despise has good examples in it.
But Eric, that's true of basically every genre, and you know it.
Eric, consider
It doesn't
this.
mean I like it.
Consider this the exception that proves the rule.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's Johnny Cash to country music, so yeah.
But yeah, no, this is a real yeah. So I guess we'll go into final thoughts. We'll start with Eric, Gav, then I'll finish up.
So this show has a stupid fucking name, and I hate it for that reason. But Jesus Christ, this show is just—it's a goddamn masterpiece. The character interactions are great. The animation
It's
is
consistently
excellent
very good.
what it needs to be, but is never like stand out. Oh my god, I have an animation boner kind of deal. It's
just consistently
it's
good.
exactly as good as it needs to be, and better in a lot of places, but never stand out, which is fine because it's not the point of the show. The writing and the character interaction and even the general weirdness is fun, but secondary to the relationships involved. And holy shit, like these are some great relationships. These are some great characters, and just Mai and Sakuta just hanging out doing that whole like sarcastic flirting thing. I could just watch that all day.
Yeah.
It's adorable and hilarious. And the show, when the show decides to tackle something moderately serious, it does so with a surprising amount of deftness and respect. I'm not going to say that it's handles it realistically because I just don't know enough for sure about the subjects involved.
Yeah.
But it does so with respect and deftness that you don't often see in a lot of places, and that's pretty awesome. There's I have nothing bad to say about this show. I always have something bad to say about a show, except for recently we've been on a kind of a
You hate the title, Eric, and you hate the title because the show's good.
I hate the title, and I hate that it's a slice of life show that I really, really fucking like.
Yeah.
How dare it be a genre that I don't like? No, seriously, go watch the show. It's really good.
This is on my list to watch again at the very least before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like as I said throughout the thing there, the thing that struck me most about this show is the realism of the characters involved. It's like, yeah, sure, there's spooky supernatural things going on that are, you know, not really supernatural as such because everything's pretty much explained away via quantum physics, but but like you said, the way that the characters interact, the way they talk to each other, like there's a scene where he calls up Futaba in the middle of the night, like, you know, she calls up for her because something weird's happening, and she's like, "Do you have any idea what time it is?" And he says, "Yeah, it's 1:20 in the morning. We need to have a talk about rhetorical questions." You know? It's like little things like that. It's things you don't get in anime. It's like they don't overcome things by going beyond and pushing the boundaries and becoming cool or anything like that. It's like, no, half the time he gets through his things by just not giving a shit what people think around him. Not the title, the whole thing, Rascal. He's the rascal in question. And they call him that because he doesn't conform to anyone else's ideas. He doesn't give a shit about, high school opinion or whatever else. He saves Mai by throwing himself on throwing himself to all the jeers and laughter. There's a scene where he saves Tomo from humiliation and all that kind of stuff by standing up to the guy that's been bullying her and calling her this, that, and the other on social media and ruining her reputation.
Oh, so, he's basically calling her a slut. He's
calling her a slut, and he's doing all these things. All and Sakuta basically just shoves him on his ass, and says, "Oh, you think she's a slut and she's doing this, that, and the other? Yeah, well, here's news for you. I'm a virgin." In a crowded fucking train station,
filled with his peers, not just any crowded peers.
Yeah,
it's the station by a school where everyone's like on the way home,
and the villain, the bully has no answer.
He's like, what?
Because no one in high school would admit to that.
Just sank the ship you're on to get the captain. Well done, sir.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's that sort of thing. It's like, it's just a willingness to be like, well, it's just these normal conversations that people are having, the sort of bullshit you'll see in everyday to-day life, which just really resonated with me. And I don't know why I'm so hung up on that one piece, but that's a huge piece of what this is. It's real people having real interactions with weird things happening. But even like from a Western standpoint, you watch like a soap drama or something like that, and you can tell how false people reacted. It's all reading from lines. These just feels like natural conversations people are having.
Yeah, the voice acting, like the way they deliver it's not even just like the way the lines are written. The way the voice actors deliver the lines feel like actual conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, the voice acting in the show. Holy crap.
I've actually been looking up a few of them, and we've met quite a few of them before.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, even just for the main Sakuta, he is most famously at the moment, I would probably say he is actually Ida from My Hero.
I can see that now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it.
He also plays Sail in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind.
Okay. You guys
I
haven't seen Golden Wind yet, so.
Yeah.
No, but I know you had, so that's why I mentioned that. And obviously, because we've mentioned these guys before, again, he was in Bungo Stray Dogs as one of the minor characters. He was Genos in One Punch Man.
Okay.
No,
Really? Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude's got range.
Yeah.
Yep, he's done a lot of stuff, but I mean, wait. And apparently, he was also Falcon in the Marvel Avengers Discworld anime. So, but yeah, I mean, this is the thing.
Hold that against him.
Yeah, he was in Kuroko. He's in a lot of stuff that we followed. But yeah, I mean, even like the one playing. Oh no, that was the one. Sorry, I don't mean to derail this, but there was one that actually really stood out to me, and I think it's this one. Basically, one of the girls in this, I think it might have been Mai, is also the white-haired kid's name in Promised Neverland.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Norman. Yeah. I want to say it was Mai.
Again, range. Lots of fucking range there.
If Maya is also Norman, that's kind of awesome.
Hang on a second.
But yeah,
But yeah, not too much longer.
don't
Yeah, sorry.
and-
That's my final thoughts. That's me. It's like I am super. I got totally hung up on the interaction between the characters, and that sold this show for me on by itself.
Yeah, the show is, I adore this show. This was there's 2018 had a lot of great shows, and I do think this is probably in the top 5 at least, and it is edging for competition for the top. There are a couple other ones I've seen on great best shows of 2018 list that I'm like, okay, I haven't seen that one yet, and I should watch it before I completely formalize where I think things are. But yeah, this show was a goddamn revelation. I was not expecting this show to be as good as it was, and
Nodoko, that's it. It was Nodoko. Sorry,
okay,
Okay.
Nodoko is Norman.
okay. At any rate, yeah, this show, even I will say also, here's the thing. I did not think that the show was going to be much of anything, and then I watched the first episode. Okay, this show's actually good. And I kept watching it, and it was like, okay, this show's good, it's good. And then I hit the Futaba arc, and I'm like, oh my god, this show's better than I thought it was.
Mm.
And then we hit the Kaede arc at the end, and I'm like, oh my god. Fuck. The show's brilliant. It's just, watch this show. It's one of the best shows we've covered in the podcast, honestly.
Yep.
It's up there.
It's really freaking good, guys. If you have not watched this, I know there are a bunch of sort of the anime YouTube group community who have watched it and talk about it, but I have not seen that leak into other discussions elsewhere. I know a lot of the big names on YouTube have talked about the show, but I've not seen it leak further than that, and that's weird to me given how good this show is. So I do think this is a little slept on.
Yeah.
Despite that, it's made I just had to look to see if how it ranks on the best shows of the year 2018 list, and it's consistently in the top 10, top 20. I think it's better than that.
I think it's probably better than that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, watch this show, guys. It's real fucking good.
Mm.
So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you everybody for listening. Eric, you have the next choice. The choice is yours. What are we doing next?
Oh, how the fuck am I supposed to follow this up? We're gonna do all of One Piece. Fuck it.
Well, we're never doing an episode of the show again, then.
No.
I honestly, there are some contenders. I'm still waffling between
Fair
them.
enough.
I'll probably make a decision 10 minutes before we actually start watching something.
Okay, so I will let you guys know later when we actually have a decision. Eric has not decided yet, so that's fine. But other than that, I think we're done for the night. Thank you so much for watching, listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you've got feedback for us, we love getting that. You can hit us up either in the comment section on YouTube, or you can. We have a Twitter. You can always hit up 3MA Podcast, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So the number 3MA Podcast on Twitter.
It is.
And if you've got feedback for us, we love getting that. If you've got anime suggestions, shows we should cover, throw them at us. We might get to them at some point. We'll put them on the list. We have a list for when we're like, one of us is like out of ideas for stuff that we,
Yeah.
that we want to actually do.
Some of the things on the list are more likely to be covered than others, but we are taking everything down.
We are copying everything down, even if it's not something we are likely to do. And there's some on the list that some of us are more likely to pick than others. Like,
Yes.
I'm fairly certain that Eric will probably at some point pick Berserk. I will never pick Berserk. It's not a show I'm going to initiate, shall we say.
Peter, don't you love Griffin? Griffin did nothing wrong, except for everything.
Yeah. At any rate, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much, everybody, and we will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.